Hey everybody, it's Flyin Ryan here with a review of the XTech Ducati 1199 Panigale 1/6 scale RC motorcycle. And this is an actual scale model. This is a real Ducati motorcycle. It's got a rider on it. It's pretty big size. Really cool looking. Looks great in the box. But if you've been watching my reviews for a while, this may give you flashbacks to that Polaris Rush snowmobile. This is, it looks great. It's got a license name on it, but the performance is just absolutely dismal. This is actually probably one of the most regretful RC buys I've ever had, and one of the first times in my life where I was actually embarrassed to be seen, using this thing. First of all, it's got, the big old Grandpa RC antenna, which is just always silly this day and age, to have this huge antenna coming off your RC. So that was embarrassing. I don't know why it's not 2.4 gigahertz. And then it's just so slow. I mean, I've had a $10 Walmart motorcycle that went as fast as this thing. And on Banggood's website, they call this RC stunt drift motorcycle or something like that. And there is nothing stunt or drift about this unless you call falling over on its side a stunt drift. This thing is just slow, boring, lame. It's just absolutely embarrassing. And to be a Ducati, I thought for sure this thing was just gonna be flying, and I paid $80 for this thing. This was $80, people. I can't believe it. I am so disappointed. I wanted this thing to just fly, go so fast like a Ducati should, and it's just slow. It's probably slower than that little JXD motorcycle that the first motorcycle I reviewed. It's definitely not faster than that. We'll say that at least. And for this size, 1/6 scale, this thing, it'd be like the full scale Ducati doing like 20 miles an hour down the street, just looking like an idiot in his race costume. Just so disappointing. So anyway, we'll get on to the details. It comes with a nickel or a NiCad. I don't know what that is. Nickel cadmium or something like that. Cadmium, nickel, I don't know. A NiCad battery, 700 milliamp hour. So that's probably part of the slowness. This is not really a high discharge battery. However, it gives insanely long run times. I mean, I think I got bored and embarrassed to the point where I just had to stop at about 30 minutes. So it gives you at least 30 minutes of runtime. So that's the one good thing. You could probably get a couple runs out of this. There's no way you're going to stand there. I mean, I was literally bored to death by the time 30 minutes, not literally, I'm still alive, but you know what I mean. But anyway, 30 minutes came around and I had plenty. So, I mean, I think even a kid would get bored with this after a while. So, maybe you get 3 10-minute little runs around the parking lot and, one battery charge. And then another bad thing, I don't know how long it takes to charge because the charger doesn't work. It's got like a little LED indicator on here, but it never lights up for me. So I was never able to use this charger. I had to use my hobby grade charger to charge it. And luckily I had the, proper charger and the connector and everything. And it's bang bang steering, it's just full on left or right. There's no proportional steering. There's your throttle. I think the brake works. It doesn't have like an active gyro in it, so you kind of have to get it going, and then I think there may be like a gyro in the wheel while it's actually moving. So I mean, it does stay upright pretty well, but if you get going slow and do a sharp turn, it'll just fall over. There's no active gyro keeping it upright and wanting to stay level. But it does have this side running wheels here, so when you're in a turn, it runs on those. It won't fall over. Let's get it back up on that stand. Let's see, is there anything else to say about this one? So yeah, we got this big old battery that you've got to unscrew this hatch, and it goes in the bottom there. So you've got to unscrew it and screw it back on every time to change the battery. There's our megahertz. That's the 27 megahertz radio frequency. So I don't know. Maybe this is a really old model, and that's why it has the big old antenna and not 2.4 gigahertz. But I don't know. Even in 1980, this thing would have still been considered slow. The model, this actual Ducati model, came out in 2011, so this thing is at least that new. But the wheels are actual rubber. They're nice rubber wheels, but it's so slow that it doesn't really matter. I mean, gosh, I wish this thing went as fast as it looks. It looks so cool, doesn't it? So, I mean, this is going to be a shelf beauty queen, just like the RC snowmobile. Looks great, performs horribly. So yeah, let's go ahead and take it out for an embarrassing drive around the parking lot, and hopefully no ladies see me. Alright, let's go check it out. Alright, this is the run review of the XTech Ducati. I'll show you how slow it is. Here we go. So there we go. That's full speed. The turns are really bouncy. Kind of makes a lot of racket when you turn. Oh man, so disappointing. I mean, it's not awful slow, but I was certainly expecting much faster, being that it's Ducati and $80 or whatever I paid for it, and that they're calling it a drift stunt motorcycle or something like that. I mean, it looks like it stays pretty stable, probably because of the size. These cracks aren't having much effect on it. But definitely not fast. Oh, that guy, oh, it righted itself. That wasn't bad. It definitely looks cool. Just wish it was like 3 times as fast. Seems to want to be turning off to the right on its own. They're staying pretty straight. Well, not much to say about this one. I think that was a pretty good run there. Not really too much else to show. Well, there we go. That's the, what was it, XTech Ducati. A little disappointed in this one, but man, it sure does look good. Alright, well, if for some reason that interests you, check the video description for a price and purchase link. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.